everyone, welcome back and welcome to viewers to some more STORMWORKS. Today we're back working on the trailer VTOL carrier thing. As you can see, whoa, right through my face here. This is the one we started out working on, and we got a lot of crap for the front of the build here because I was thinking semi-trailer kind of stuff here, so we ended up changing it up. And we've worked on making it a little more streamlined, stuff like this. I do like this shape. I kind of don't like some other things about it, but I kind of don't like this little corner here. I'm gonna fix this corner up here real quick, and then we're gonna get back to maybe fixing the tail. And I want to get these engines started today. That is my goal. I want to get these engines started, get this thing in the air, and give it a tiny little test flight. So in order to do that, we need some control surfaces in the back here, and we're gonna need to be able to hook everything up. So let's go ahead and, I guess we don't really need to grab these. Let's jump into the workbench and let's fix this front section up here real quick, and then let's get on to I guess fixing the tail and getting these things cranked up. Cool. All right, that took a little bit more time than I was expecting. I don't know why, just because blocks STORMWORKS, but I have fixed the front up. It looks a lot more streamlined here. It's a little more flatter. Have added a couple ladder sections here too, so if we're hovering or we have a couple containers underneath us, we might be able to jump up and grab and get into the thing, so we have a little bit of safety net there. Other than that, let's grab it. Let's jump back in. I want to work on the tail section here a little bit, and then let's get these things cranked up. All right, how do we want to do this? I guess we need some control surfaces first. Let's work around those maybe. So if we use the small ones here, will be our pitch controls while in flight. And I feel like they need to come back kind of far because we are pretty far up here. Let's see. Let's figure out some math here real quick. We are 47 blocks that way. Oof. Okay. Probably right there. 47 blocks back is to right there. Yikes. Okay, that's pretty far back. Let's see what it looks like when we start building on some tail section here. So we're building back there. I think that'll be okay. I think size-wise, proportion-wise, it'll be a little more balanced with our cockpit. Yeah, I think that'll be all right. Let's build it in here real quick. Control surfaces sort of like right there, and then that look okay. That looks all right. I think that'll be a good shape for this. Maybe even taller for these. The mediums look like. Come on, use those. That's not terrible. Does that feel too big? That might feel too big. Let's go back to the small ones. If we go to that and then we build up on top of these. I think that might work. That like this. Look okay, and then we fill that in with the 1x4s. Not bad. Not bad, right? And then we can make this look better under here, right? We can like something like this. Look pretty good. Looks okay. Might need to move all this up by 1 though. Did it here. Not bad. We need to fill in this section here though. Give that some wing shape there. I guess we can go to wings. Wing sections, small. Come on, select it. There we go. Oh, this is the perfect size. Look at this. I can get it in there just like that. Nice. All right, so that goes there. I kind of want to put some angle on these a little bit, so I'll have to slide these out and then put the pivots here. Does that look okay? Oh, we still have to do something here with all this. Ooh. Okay, hang on. Let's figure out basic shapes before we go crazy here. That can go like that. Go to there. How else do I want to do this? I want to make all this nice and neat. My 4 is in there, and then maybe that out of there with an inverse. Yeah, that looks better. That looks better. All right, I'm gonna try and fill all this in. It's gonna take a minute to kind of figure out this little transition here because I really want to get on these engines. And we've kind of just got a basic tail shape. This should work for us today. If we don't like the tail shape, we can always change it, but it gives us some functionality as far as getting this plane working or this VTOL working. Is this right? If I give forward, which is positive. Yeah, that should be right. All right, gonna work on this and we'll be back in a little bit. All right, done some work on the back end here. I think it looks okay for now. We've got some nice transition through here and into the top here. I did a little section here to kind of get rid of that flatness that we have and extended it back out here for a light. Throw that on the back end there. So now we have some navigations on the end there, and you know what, we can do them here. Now we have nav on the end of the wings or the nacelles there. Perfect. What do I need here? I need to get the engines hooked up, and we're gonna need some sort of key thing like that. So let's go ahead and guess. Brain is thinking too fast. All right, so we're gonna get a key here. That is a light. Still a light. That is a key. Pop that right down in the middle. All right, let me get these engines hooked up because I don't think any of this stuff is all hooked up, and there's a lot going on there. Yeah. Basic microcontrollers, we're just going to hook up air to air. fuel to fuel, got generators to hook up, clutches to hook up, things like that. So this is going to take a second. I'll make sure I get it all done right because there's a lot going on in there. If you guys want to watch engine tutorials, I got plenty of those. If you want to see how to hook stuff up like this, that's fine. But we're just going to jump through it because I really want to get this stuff done. All right, I think everything's hooked up. Let's kind of do a little overview here real quick. Yeah, I think starters are hooked up. Switch goes to all my pumps, all my radiators. Those look like they're hooked up. And then from there, everything is good to go. There's a couple things not hooked up because we're not utilizing those. Okay. Oh, I do have composite on here. Hang on. Let's see. I just go from cylinder on both of those, and that should be good there. I did have to add a throttle here, but that's fine. Everybody should kind of figured and guessed that. So we should be good to go now. I do need to hook up controls to these things. So we're gonna need a gyro. I can plop that down right there, and I'm also gonna need a microcontroller for this as well for those controls. Let me grab that and I'll be right back. All right, got that microcontroller. We're gonna slap that down right there, and kind of lost here. Let's see, we got to hook up here. We got quite a few things here. So we've got A and D, left and right, up and down, W and S. So let's see, yaw is going to be left and right. Up and down is going down. Pitch is WS. Roll is going to be A and D. And then from the seat, we can hook those up. Gyro, so that's pitch. And D is going to be our roll. Yaw will be left and right. Up and down is selective. Oh, easy enough. We need to make sure that's on. So on with our key. That will need to be a button. So always do number 4. I don't know why. It's a habit. But number 4 is my VTOL. Or maybe flight mode. So we'll just do VTOL. Alright, so now from here, I just need to hook these guys up. Alright, so we got roll left. Roll left. Pitch left, selective left, roll right, pitch right, selective right. What is this? Pivots. Okay, here we go. All right. Control surfaces. Control surfaces, control surfaces. All right, I'm gonna grab another gyro just so if something happens where we need to tune this one for these, we can have a separate control and sensitivity for everything else. So that's how we'll do this. And then all of these need to be hooked up the same way. All right, from the seat, we're good there. And then now from pitch, we want back. Want yaw, that's going to be these guys back here. And what's left? Roll. Go with all these. I know these are flaps, but we won't use them as flaps. We'll just use them as roll. And everything else should be good. I know we don't have fuel in this yet. I want to try and see if it actually flies first, and then we'll start talking about putting fuel in this thing and see how much it can actually carry. All right, so that should be good. I think everything's good other than we don't have electrical and stuff. That's fine. We'll put infinite on. All right, let's spawn it. Okay, that's concerning. We need to have a thing for our legs here. Hang on. So we need a toggle switch, a little mini switch box here. I'll just set it right there for now so we know where it's at and we can tweak it. And that needs to go here, here, here. And on is 0, off is 1. That worked and it holds up. All right, not bad. I actually don't dislike a lot of this. It's very boxy here, but it kind of has to be. It's going to have to be able to hold those trailers. All right, anyway, let's jump in. Can we get in here? Seat. Does that work? Okay, that works. Cool. All right, we're cranked up. Okay, we got power. Looks like they're both rotating correctly. Let's see. Don't think we have enough. We don't have enough power here. Okay, here's how we figure this out. All right, I think I put in a torque meter in here. I did. Okay, so let's get a couple dials. I'm gonna put dial. All right, so we got 4 dials here. First dial is going to come off of the engine. Exterior ones will be our engine RPS, and then the out will be our blade RPS. This is where we kind of find that sweet spot. We'll be able to find out where our engine can be at just about 20 RPS, and then we can figure out how much rotation we can get out of that. What are we doing here? Let's see. 20 there on the microcontrollers. That's good. Okay. And did I put gearboxes in here? I did, and they are set to nothing. Let's just go ahead. I know we have a bunch of power here. Let's put both of these at 3-to-1, and we're just going to try that. If we still get 20 RPS on this, then we'll know we're doing pretty good. Crank this up. Gotta speed that up. All right, 20 RPS. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. We've got the power. Oh yeah. Okay, we can fly. We can definitely fly, but we still have way too much power here. Okay. This is awesome. All right, so what we're gonna do is we're gonna take this. We're gonna go 3-to-2 on these. Try this. And this is what you do. You just kind of keep tweaking it a little bit, and you find that little sweet spot. You tweak that key though. Ah, that's gonna get me. All right, we're idling good. Gonna max it out here real quick. Okay, he's up. Yeah, I think we're doing really good here. We don't need to be up here in the 80s and stuff. To just get this thing flying, we need this down in the 60s. We can bring this down a lot. This is where the fine tuning comes in. All right, I think we're pretty good here. Let's see if we can get out of the hangar here. All right, looks like we can move a little bit. All right, far so good. Go ahead and put those legs up. Goes out of the way. Ooh, watch the tail. Watch the tail. We're good. We're good. Those gyro's fighting right now. It is trying. Let's give it a little bit more power. I think if we stay for this big guy, I think 70. Close to 70 might be good here on the RPS. We'll have to tweak that throttle too to not be so oversensitive. All right, let's hit that button. I don't know why it's on up and down. I put VTOL. Let's see what it does. Ooh, here we go. Oh. Okay, you see my yaw? My yaw is crazy. It is crazy. Let's try and fix this. All right, so the tail, they were both going different they were going opposite directions. So I think this one on the right is wrong. Let's flip that, paste it, merge it. Oh, and it's still wrong here. Okay, that could also be causing issues. Let's solve that. All right, so I've saved it. New vehicle. Gonna load. All right, I've loaded the vehicle in. Gonna bring it down that block right there because that'll be the red block. All right, so we want to paste. We'll merge that with that. Now that's our red body right there. Perfect. Now this is good. Save this. All right, this should be good. Let's try this again. What about my roll? Is my roll correct? My roll is not correct. All right, if I give A and D, so A is negative, D is positive, so D would make this side go up. So these sides, flip that one, paste those, merge those. All right, this should work now. Hopefully this doesn't get the weird wobble. Let's try and do this again. All right, so far so good. Roll seems like it's working all right. Yep, y'all looks like it's okay. Ooh, okay, let's get out of there before we start doing complete testing here. Okay, all right, yep. That's why I wanted to get out of the hangar first. All right, let's try this again. Let's get out of the hangar before we start doing all the testing. All right, cleared the tail. All right, cool. Get that out of the way. How we looking? Feels pretty good. Let's turn away from the mountain, shall we? We'll punch it. And we are good to go. I'd say that's pretty successful. I think seems like it's working pretty good. I like this. I have no idea how fast we're going. We could probably go get a sensor on that. We can at least figure out meters a second here. But everything else feels like it's working really good. Oh yeah. I need to turn off that gyro though so I can have more control over this thing. What if we built something to kind of go underneath here to give this a better look while we're not carrying trailers? I feel like that might be something we need to do so that this underside looks at least like it's not missing something. Maybe we can add more beds or maybe some medical stuff so we can actually do some better rescues. Put some med beds in there. Maybe a little medical lab underneath or something. I don't know. What kind of ideas you guys got? We'll give it a go. Let's get this back. I want to fix something. All right, we're bringing it back here. I don't know what's going on with those down there. They keep flipping over. Kind of crazy. All right, let's grab that. I did notice first thing that happened is I cut the tail off down here. Let's go back and get our light. Plop that back right there. What did I want to do? I want to put a speed sensor in here. So let's go back to dial. Actually, I don't need a dial. I just need a speed sensor. Put that right Here. Then I need a microcontroller that I don't know where it's at. Let me see if I can find it real quick, and then we'll plop that in there. All right, I've got the right microcontroller here. Let's see. Speed. What do I need? I need speed from that. There we go. All right, that should do it. This will give us everything so you guys can get miles per hour, kph, all that. Let's spawn this in. And I'm sure there's some more tweaking that we can do to our engines here to actually get more speeds. I don't even know what speeds we're talking about, and I've already talked about wanting to get more speeds out of it. Let's speed this. Let's crank this thing up. Get it out of the hangar. All right, I think we're angled pretty good here. Let's go ahead and punch it, and woo. We're off. What are we doing speed-wise here? 246 miles an hour, 396 kph, 110 meters a second. Let's give it everything it's got. Let's see what it will do. Ooh, we're shaking. 280 mile per hour and 450 kph, 125 meters a second. It's not bad. What is that? Oh, that's the fuel plane. Okay, cool. Well, it definitely moves. That's for sure. We got some massive speeds out of this, which is awesome. Oh, we're up. We're even faster. 280 to get some altitude. All right, that's cool. That's crazy. We're doing some crazy speeds here, and we're still maxed out at 20, so we could probably tweak those gearboxes a little bit and maybe even get some more RPS out of this to get this thing going a little faster here. I might do that off video here just to kind of do some testing and get it actually tweaked very nicely. But look at this thing. This thing is hauling butt. Oh, I can't wait to start testing it out and putting some trailers underneath it and seeing how far we can go. I bet it's guzzling gas, though. That's the thing. It's probably just super, super thirsty right now at some of these speeds. So hopefully some tweaking to that gearbox will help this out. But I do like this thing. This thing's looking really good. Let me turn it around here. Do it like this. Look at this. How's that for a screenshot? That look good? Boom. Engine's working. I like it. I like it. So yeah, guys, thanks so much for watching. I appreciate you 100%. We're gonna be back on this pretty regularly. Really, we're gonna be back on this pretty regularly. Kind of excited about this. It's working. It looks pretty good. I want to add that little body underneath thing now. Who knows? But yeah, if you got any more ideas for this, make sure you throw a comment down below. Subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. Throw a like on this video, and yeah, we will see you guys in the next one. This is a different airport. We're over here. We've gone so fast. Oh, hello, air traffic.